Hi everyone, welcome back to TS Talk Sport. If you haven't already done so, make sure you go hit that subscribe button now. Now in this one, just doing a preview ahead of our FA Cup game away against Portsmouth tomorrow. One of the only teams not in any Premier League football action this weekend, mainly because we was due to play Man City, who of course have gone on to win the Carabao Cup. And, it's not been great after being knocked out the Europa League to Olympiacos on Thursday. But if we can actually, put a run together now, beat Portsmouth tomorrow and then, move on to West Ham, which is our next Premier League game. There's opportunities there for us. United drop points, Tottenham drop points. So there's definitely opportunities for us, to try and work towards hopefully getting a top four finish. But more in relation to this game, Portsmouth away, they're going to have confidence about them. They're going to think, if we keep this physical, get a lot of set pieces in, then, we definitely will have the opportunity to potentially score and if not win this game and cause an FA Cup upset, which is what they're going to want to do. And of course for us, the players need to bounce back and, maybe some changes need to be made in the side per se in terms of certain players. And, we just need to see a reaction. At the end of the day, performance wasn't good enough against Olympiacos and, we're at the Europa League and now this is the only competition in which we could win. We could win this season, and of course, if we go on to win this competition, I think it doesn't matter where you finish in the league, but let's say we finish 10th. If we win the FA Cup, then we end up back in the Europa League anyway. So, like I said, teams like Spurs, Man United have dropped points, and it's for us to really capitalise on that come our next Premier League game. But yeah, for this game, I'm relatively confident we'll get a win. I do think that they will score, but I think we'll win this game by 3-1. I'm going to get straight into my 11 for this game. Starting off in goal, Emi Martinez. I can understand why he wasn't in goal for the two games against Olympiacos. But I'd like to see him in goal in this game. Going into the back four, firstly at right back, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Hasn't been in the side recently, which has been a bit puzzling to myself. And, Bellerin hasn't really provided himself to do well in any sort of form. So, for me, Maitland-Niles has to start at right back. At left back, it's going to have to be Bukayo Saka. He's our only fit left back, and he's not a left back himself. And hopefully we can see a bit of a better performance from him. It was unfortunate against Olympiacos. Obviously he got an assist, but obviously he was ruled out for offside. But defensively, the last couple of games he's been getting caught out a bit, and obviously that's something which Portsmouth may try to exploit tomorrow night. The two centre halves. First centre half I'm going with for this one is Mustafi. He's been our best centre half of recent, and that kind of tells the story itself. And for me, he continues in that position. Alongside him, I'm gonna go with Pablo Mari. We brought this guy in towards the end of the January transfer window. It's now the 1st of March, and he hasn't featured for us at all. And I think if he's gonna feature for us in any game, as his first game, I think this is the most ideal game for him to do so in. So I'm going with him as the other centre half for this game. Going into midfield, first off, Lucas Torreira. Can't seem to get a start of recent, which I find quite mind-puzzling. But for me, he starts in this game and, hopefully has a top-notch performance. Alongside him, I'm going to go with Dani Ceballos. Didn't have the best of performances against Olympiacos, but I think this will be a decent game for him to bounce back in. Also, I think Xhaka needs to be taken out of the side for a game or so. Yes, he's had some good performances of recent, but at the same time, I think that Torreira and Ceballos pivot could do well in this particular game, and that's what I'm going to go with. Just in front of them in that number 10 position, I'm going to go with Joe Willock. Performed really well against Bournemouth in the last round of this competition, and hopefully he can put in another top-notch performance in this game also. Going into the front three, firstly off the right-hand side, Nicolas Pepe. We know the qualities he has. Of recent, he's really starting to show some of the qualities he has when he gets that ball. And, it'll be a tough game for him, this one, but, I'm more confident seeing him start this game than seeing the likes of a Reece Nelson, per se. So I'm going with Pepe off the right-hand side. Off the left-hand side, I'm going with Gabriel Martinelli. Again, was kind of randomly banished from the side for a bit, barely in any matchday squads. Came off the bench relatively late against Olympiacos, and I think he will relish a start, and I believe he deserves a start. So for me, Martinelli off that left hand side, and then through the middle up top, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He scored a wonderful goal against Olympiacos. Yes, he missed a chance in that game also, and I think the best thing for him is to put him straight back out there. And I want to see him playing through the middle. That's the position he predominantly wants to play. He's a striker. We signed him to play that role. Yes, he's done a good job playing off the left-hand side, but still, I feel for a game like this, let's just play him through the middle and, let him cause havoc. And, with that 11, I'm confident we get the winning result of 3-1. Of course, that means, you have certain players on the bench, the likes of Leno, David Luiz, Bellerin, Xhaka, Lacazette, and Ketia. You could definitely field a strong bench with a starting lineup like the one I've gone for. So for me, I'm definitely confident that we can get a result, and it's all up to the players now to go out there and get that result and bounce back for the fans who were really disappointed after being knocked out of the Europa League to Olympiacos. But that's it from me. Obviously, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you haven't already done so, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button now, and I'll catch you next time.